What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Sam here. This is another episode of Bench Racing, episode 3, I think. So, got a lot to talk about in this episode. Got me a beverage, and we're going to talk about stuff. A lot of Jeep stuff, a lot of Dodge stuff. It was Toledo Jeep weekend this weekend and Roadkill nights this weekend, so a lot of Mopar, Jeep, Dodge stuff was announced. A lot of stuff was announced to a very unsatisfactory tone, I guess you would say, or not very, it's Dodge, so people are already making fun of them. Anyways, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about Jeep, some kind of frightening news coming out of Jeep for me personally. They're gonna hurt me, I know it. But hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, drop a like, a comment, and all the hype and stuff, and let's get into the main bit of the video. Alrighty, so first things first, we're gonna talk about the Scrambler, because the Scrambler has been announced that it's coming out. Stellantis put it out there a while back that they were going to add the Stellantis to the lineup. And, it's called the Wrangler Scrambler, and I don't know what they're going to do. So anyways, it's also supposed to get an SRT version. So what does that mean? I don't know what that means. But Car and Driver seems like they know what it means. They came out with a news article saying that the Scrambler is going to be, I guess, the replacement for the Mojave. It's going to be a two-door truck that's going to be independent front suspension, which I don't like. Now, I hold the Scrambler name in a higher thing than a lot of people would be, because my dad had a Scrambler and I like Scramblers, so I don't want it to be some kind of like weird thing. I want it to be a Jeep, like a straight axle Jeep. But they're saying that it's gonna have an SRT package, of course. Like they have announced that. So it's gonna be like a TRX or a Raptor fighter. I don't know. I don't really like it. The picture that they have, I put up here. It's kind of like a mixed match between the Scrambler 392 concept they had back in 2023 and the Convoy concept they had back in 2025. It's just like a mix, so like an AI mix. So don't know where Car and Driver's getting this information from, but yeah, I don't like it. We'll have to see what happens, but that's not very good. I don't like it. If they're gonna do that, they should just name it something else. I mean, they could name it the Chief, or something other than Scrambler. Like, I don't know, just something different. The Comanche, maybe, because Comanche was a thing. I don't know. I just don't want the Scrambler nameplate to be used in this way, but it is what it is. We'll hopefully see more in the future, but I don't know where Car and Driver's getting their information from, but they seem pretty sure this is what's going to happen. So, moving on to the next thing is, Motor Trend has come out to say that the Grand Cherokee is going to return with the SRT Supercharged V8. Don't know where they're getting that information from. The rebranded thing here says that Grand Cherokee is going to get an SRT. So is Grand Wagoneer is going to get an SRT. I don't know. So we'll have to see what that is. During the Roadkill nights thing, SRT had a mule of a newer Grand Cherokee, but they also had it was the Hurricane, which is the inline-six twin turbo the engine they're putting in the Chargers and stuff. And it had a electronic turbo supercharger thing that's supposed to get rid of the lag between when the turbo spools up. So it's called the E-Boost system. They're just working on it as a test mule right now. I don't know what they're going to do with it. It's nothing. They haven't confirmed or denied anything about it. But it was badged as an SRT. So maybe it's just something they're looking at. I don't know. But yeah. We'll have to see what they're doing with this technology. And we'll have to see if the Grand Cherokee does get a V8 in the future. So, all right, so let's talk Charger now. So the new Charger's out, and you know they brought out a in the last episode of this, we talked about the announcement of the Superbee, that they were going to have a Superbee package, and they brought it out, and guess what? People were not happy about it, because guess what? It's the Hurricane engine and not a Hemi. It is making 600 horsepower, so that's cool, but it is not a V8. So people were very upset about it and making fun of it, but I don't know, most people don't know this, that it takes a manufacturer a long time to make stuff happen. And the Charger that it is now probably was never designed for a V8. It was designed for a straight six, and it was designed to be an EV because of all the mandates that there were back in the day. So now there's no mandates, and now they're trying to backpedal. So they're having to, in the background, R&D and design this Charger that was never really designed to have a V8, to possibly put a V8 in it. So it's going to take time. It eventually will happen, but not right now. So they're going to have to do I'm be surprised if it's not a clean sheet type deal that they're going to have to do. I talked about in the last episode, they talked about the direct connection drag one, but that's like a one-off deal. These production Chargers have to be production ready. They have to meet all the safety guidelines, emissions, and all that good stuff so they can sell them. So it takes a lot of time. But I mean, a 600 horsepower all-wheel drive car is nothing to like talk bad about. I mean, the 392 Scat Pack didn't make 600 horsepower. It wasn't all-wheel drive either. So this car is probably faster than a Scat Pack Charger last generation. But I mean, it is what it is. So, but I mean, I don't know what people are complaining about. I don't see Ford. I mean, yeah, they got the Mustang, so whatever. Chevrolet has no car right now, so it's like, Dodge is trying to, recuperate from this whole EV situation. It's going to take time. It looks cool, but, I mean, I don't know what's going on with the graphics package. I mean, it's cool. Well, it's cool. I like it. I wouldn't buy one, but I like it. The interior was kind of weird. It's like I got a green interior in it. But it is what it is. So we will see what happens. And I would say sooner than later, there will be a V8 Charger available to the public. And when that happens, it will be selling like hotcakes. So let's talk about the next thing. All right. So the next thing we're going to talk about is we're sticking with Dodge Ram. So they got the new sports truck coming out, the Rumblebee. And now you're going to be able to buy, depending on what you want to do, at all trim levels. So they have the base 5.7 Rumblebee. They got like a 6.4 Rumblebee, and then they got a Hellcat Rumblebee, right? So they're going to let you supercharge from the factory your Rumblebee. So they're going to have every one of them is going to get a 3-liter Whipple. So your 5.7 is going to go from 395 horsepower to over 600 horsepower. The 392s will go from 470 to 700 plus. And the 6.2 Hellcat engines will go from 777 horsepower over to over 900 horsepower. And this is supposed to be direct connection, so that means that they are under warranty. So you're going to be able to get this with the warranty. It's going to come with so it's not just going to be a supercharger. It's going to come with catback exhaust from MagnaFlow, fully stainless steel 3-inch pipes with 5-inch tip. It's going to have a Ride Tech suspension available for it, and all kinds of other stuff. So not only are they going to upgrade the performance of the engine, they're also going to upgrade the performance of the truck, which is super cool. Super cool, super expensive, but I'm glad to see that they're doing stuff on that end. So, and then we're going to move on to Hennessy. So also, Hennessy is making a, you know how Hennessy is, they love to tune anything and make it a bajillion horsepower, like the Ecstasy or Exorcist and Charger, whatever, and whatever else they got going on. They are building what they're calling the Hennessy Maximus Rumblebee, and it's going to be 1,000 horsepower street truck. So it's kind of got a look of, they got it in like a pre-production camouflage, but it's got like the wing of the old Rumblebee trucks. It's going to have over 1,000 horsepower and going to have a claimed top speed of 200 miles an hour. So that's pretty cool. I'm sure this will be very expensive, but I mean, it's a 200 mile an hour truck. Crazy. So a lot of Dodge, Jeep, Ram news this week. You know, we know what they say. Any news is good news when it comes to anybody like this, an auto manufacturer. At least it gets people talking about them. So there's a lot to talk about, a lot to digest. We'll have to see what all happens in the future with all this stuff. I'm really, you know, looking at the Jeep stuff to see what happens because, like I said, I got a real kind of connection with the Scrambler nameplate, and I don't want to see it like that, but it is what it is. So, but let's head on to the next segment. I think probably have to close it out, but let's head on to the next segment. All right, everybody, I think that's enough yapping for me today. Lots of news from the Stellantis crew with Jeep, Ram, and Dodge. So we're gonna have to watch out and see what they're doing, what all this means in the future. But I think that's gonna be it for this one, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and do all that other YouTube stuff. Let's have a conversation down below. Tell me what you think about all this news. And yeah, next week we'll talk some more. But until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.